Introduction: The Enigma of the Giants. Were they real, or were they merely a product of ancient imaginations? Did they roam the earth as beings of immense power and stature, or are they simply a metaphor for the darker side of humanity? The Nephilim, the enigmatic giants of biblical and extra-biblical texts, have captivated human curiosity for centuries. Their existence, their nature, and their ultimate fate remain shrouded in mystery, leaving us with more questions than answers. The word Nephilim itself is a source of debate, with interpretations ranging from fallen ones to giants, or those who cause others to fall. This ambiguity only adds to their mystique, making them a subject of endless fascination and speculation. Were they the offspring of angels and human women, as some interpretations of Genesis suggest? Or were they a race of powerful beings who predated humanity, as other ancient accounts propose? The Nephilim are not merely figures of ancient lore. They continue to intrigue and inspire us today, finding their way into modern literature, film, and even conspiracy theories. Their enduring presence in our collective imagination speaks to a deep-seated fascination with the unknown, the powerful, and the potentially dangerous. Join us as we delve into the world of the Nephilim, exploring ancient texts, scholarly interpretations, and their enduring impact on human history and culture. One of the most intriguing passages in the Bible that alludes to the Nephilim is Genesis 6:4. It states, "The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown." This cryptic verse has sparked endless debates among theologians and scholars for centuries. Who were the sons of God? Were they fallen angels who rebelled against God, as some interpretations suggest, or were they simply powerful human rulers who took multiple wives from among the common people? The daughters of humans are generally understood to be ordinary women, but the identity of their divine or semi-divine consorts remains a point of contention. The offspring of these unions, the Nephilim, are described as heroes of old, men of renown. This suggests that they were not inherently evil, but rather possessed extraordinary abilities and achieved great fame. However, their presence is often associated with a period of increased wickedness and violence on Earth, ultimately leading to God's decision to send the Great Flood. This raises questions about the nature of their influence, and whether their existence was ultimately a force for good or evil in the world. While the Bible offers only a glimpse into the world of the Nephilim, extra-biblical texts, such as the Book of Enoch, provide more detailed and dramatic accounts. The Book of Enoch, considered apocryphal by most Christian denominations, offers a rich and elaborate narrative about the origins, actions, and ultimate fate of the Nephilim. According to Enoch, the Nephilim were the offspring of a group of fallen angels known as the Watchers. These angels, led by a figure named Shemyaza, descended to Earth and engaged in forbidden relationships with human women, teaching them forbidden knowledge and engaging in acts of violence and debauchery. The Nephilim, born from these unions, inherited their father's supernatural abilities and quickly grew into giants of immense strength and wickedness. The Book of Enoch portrays the Nephilim as a corrupting force on Earth, spreading violence, teaching humans the arts of warfare and magic, and ultimately contributing to the moral decay that led to the flood. Enoch's account is vivid and imaginative, offering a detailed picture of the Nephilim's origins, their impact on humanity, and their eventual destruction. The biblical account of the flood in Genesis is often interpreted as a divine response to the escalating wickedness on Earth, attributed in part to the influence of the Nephilim. The flood is presented as a cleansing act, a way to wipe the slate clean and start anew. But what role did the Nephilim play in this divine judgment? Were they the primary cause of the flood? Their presence so disruptive and destructive that God saw no other option but to eradicate them and their human collaborators? Or were they merely one symptom of a broader moral decline, their existence a reflection of the corrupt state of humanity? The Bible itself doesn't explicitly state that the Nephilim were the sole reason for the flood, but their presence is clearly linked to the period of wickedness that preceded it. The association of the Nephilim with the flood raises questions about the nature of divine judgment and the consequences of defying divine laws. It suggests that the consequences of such transgressions can be far-reaching, affecting not only the individuals involved, but also the world at large. The flood serves as a stark reminder of the power of divine justice and the potential for catastrophic consequences when humanity strays from the path of righteousness. Section 5. Giants in the land. Biblical accounts after the flood. While the flood is often seen as eradicating the Nephilim, biblical accounts suggest that giants continued to exist after the flood. The Book of Numbers, for example, describes the Israelites encountering giants in the land of Canaan. These giants, descended from a race known as the Anakim, inspired fear and trembling in the hearts of the Israelites. The story of David and Goliath is perhaps the most famous biblical account of a giant. Goliath, a Philistine champion of immense stature, terrorized the Israelite army until the young David, armed with only a sling and stones, confronted and defeated him. These post-flood accounts of giants suggest that the Nephilim lineage was not entirely extinguished by the flood, or that other races of giants existed independently of the Nephilim. The presence of giants in the Promised Land poses a theological challenge. If the flood was intended to cleanse the earth of wickedness and the Nephilim were a symbol of that wickedness, why did giants persist after the flood? This question has led to various interpretations, with some suggesting that these post-flood giants were not true Nephilim, but rather simply tall and powerful humans. Others argue that their presence serves as a reminder that the struggle against wickedness is ongoing, even after divine judgment. Section 6. Archaeological Evidence. Fact, fiction, or misinterpretation. The question of the Nephilim's existence inevitably leads to the search for archaeological evidence. Have any skeletal remains or artifacts been discovered that support the existence of these giants? While there have been numerous claims of giant skeletons throughout history, most have been debunked as hoaxes or misinterpretations of natural phenomena. One of the most famous examples is the Cardiff giant, a 10-foot-tall gypsum figure unearthed in New York in 1869. Initially presented as a petrified giant, it was later revealed to be a hoax, carved and buried as a prank. Similarly, many alleged giant skeletons have turned out to be the remains of animals, such as mastodons or whales, misinterpreted as human giants due to their size. Despite the lack of conclusive archaeological evidence, some researchers continue to explore the possibility that the Nephilim legends may have been inspired by real-life encounters with unusually tall individuals or groups of people. They point to the fact that gigantism, a condition caused by excessive growth hormone production, does occur in humans, albeit rarely. Could ancient people have encountered individuals with gigantism and interpreted them as supernatural beings? While this is a plausible theory, it remains speculative without concrete evidence to support it. Section 7. The Nephilim in Myth and Legend. Global Echoes. The concept of giants is not unique to the Bible. Myths and legends from various cultures around the world feature giants, often portrayed as beings of immense strength, power, and sometimes wickedness. These giants often play significant roles in creation myths, battles between gods and mortals, and explanations for natural phenomena. In Greek mythology, for example, the Gigantes were a race of giants born from the blood of the primordial god Uranus. They challenged the Olympian gods for supremacy, leading to a cosmic battle known as the Gigantomachy. Similarly, Norse mythology features giants known as Jotnar, who often clashed with the gods of Asgard. These giants are often associated with chaos, destruction, and the forces of nature. The prevalence of giant myths across cultures suggests a universal fascination with the concept of beings that transcend human limitations. These myths may reflect ancient anxieties about the power of nature, the potential for human violence and ambition, or simply a fascination with the extraordinary and the unknown. The global echoes of the Nephilim narrative suggest that the human imagination is drawn to the idea of giants as symbols of power, mystery, and the potential for both good and evil. Section 8. Interpretations and Debates. Theologians and scholars weigh in. The Nephilim continue to be a subject of debate and interpretation among theologians and scholars. Different perspectives offer varying interpretations of their origins, nature, and significance. Some theologians, particularly those who hold to a literal interpretation of the Bible, maintain that the Nephilim were indeed the offspring of fallen angels and human women. They see the Genesis account as a historical record of a supernatural event that had profound consequences for humanity. Other scholars, particularly those who favor a more symbolic or allegorical interpretation of Scripture, view the Nephilim as literary figures representing the darker aspects of human nature. They might interpret the sons of God as powerful human rulers, or a metaphor for the corrupting influence of power and ambition. The daughters of humans might represent the vulnerability of ordinary people to exploitation and manipulation. The ongoing debates about the Nephilim highlight the complexities of interpreting ancient texts and the challenges of reconciling faith with scientific understanding. They also demonstrate the enduring power of these figures to spark intellectual curiosity and theological reflection. Section 9. The Nephilim in modern culture, from conspiracy theories to fantasy. The Nephilim haven't remained confined to the pages of ancient texts. They continue to capture the imagination in modern culture, appearing in literature, film, video games, and even conspiracy theories. In fantasy literature and role-playing games, Nephilim are often portrayed as powerful, sometimes demonic, beings with supernatural abilities. They might serve as antagonists, allies, or simply intriguing figures in fictional worlds. Conspiracy theories surrounding the Nephilim abound, often linking them to UFO sightings, alleged government cover-ups, and claims of hidden knowledge about ancient civilizations. Some theories even suggest that the Nephilim still exist, lurking in the shadows or manipulating world events. The persistence of the Nephilim in modern culture speaks to their enduring power as symbols of the unknown, the powerful, and the potentially dangerous. They represent a bridge between the ancient and the modern, reminding us of the enduring human fascination with myths, legends, and the mysteries of the universe. Section 10. Conclusion. Enduring fascination with the giants. The Nephilim, the enigmatic giants of myth and scripture, continue to captivate and intrigue us centuries after their stories were first told. Their existence, nature, and ultimate fate remain shrouded in mystery, sparking debates among theologians, scholars, and enthusiasts alike. Whether they were real beings, literary figures, or simply figments of ancient imaginations, their impact on human culture is undeniable. The Nephilim represent a confluence of fascination and fear, a testament to the human tendency to seek explanations for the unknown and to grapple with the complexities of good and evil. They remind us of the power of stories to transcend time and culture, to spark our imaginations, and to challenge our understanding of the world and our place within it. As we continue to explore the ancient texts, archaeological evidence, and cultural interpretations surrounding the Nephilim, we may never definitively solve the mystery of their existence. However, the journey itself, the pursuit of knowledge and understanding, is a testament to the enduring human fascination with the giants of myth and scripture. The Nephilim continue to stand as symbols of the unknown, challenging us to grapple with the mysteries of the past and the enduring power of human imagination.